Europe is still front runner in the whole energy transition. What I like about this market is that we all talk about energy transition. This market really drives it. You can do two things. You either talk about it or you do it.
Yeah.
And this industry really does it.
Yeah.
Makes it happen.
Good to speak to you again. We were here a year ago.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a rundown on the preparations for this event?
What we did this year is we changed the floor plan, and also we put some emphasis on the international items. So the floor plan has become wider, more possibilities to see each other, to meet with each other. Poland, we see them as a new exhibitor here. Poland Pavilion, Italy Pavilion, Nature Enhancement Pavilion there. What I'm particularly proud of is that we are also seen as a platform to talk about content to big organizations like GasUnie. Approached us to talk about the energy system of the future. So they're having this session as we are speaking now. And tomorrow World Bank will also be having a large session with more than 500 people about financing the renewable energies. So we see that these changes are really taking off, and that's what we did this year. And for next year, we're already in preparation to expand that also.
And I could just tell from walking around, there's a different feel to it. Everything seems bigger. There's a real good energy. So that's a good thing. How are you catering for the ever, evolving needs of the offshore energy sector?
What we think is important, and what we also hear back, is that you need to meet each other. If you know each other, you trust each other, and you're more willing to cooperate. And cooperation is very important in the industry in order to get the energy transition going. And we facilitate here not only one energy source, but all energies. So it's molecules and electrons, as you call it in short. So oil and gas, CCUS, offshore wind, hydrogen, and it all comes together here. And if you mix all those together, we think you get the highest chance of innovation.
Do you see a specific mix? Is it weighted more to oil and gas, more to offshore wind?
Well, you see the development of more offshore wind and less oil and gas to a more equilibrium, so to say. Offshore wind still here, but oil and gas is also coming up. But then also more the sustainable part of it. Decarbonization, electrification, or CCS. On those parts.
What's been the biggest communication challenges Navingo have faced in building interest and confidence for exhibitors and existing exhibitors?
The all energy concept, 3 pillars actually: all energy, innovation, and internationalization. And those were challenges to get them all together. But frankly, I can also say we succeeded in that. We have Poland now, we have Italy now as a pavilion, and they're already booked for next year to expand. They see the value add here because of the all energy concept. That is not only one particular source. Well, and also the innovation area. Large in last year, sold out. And for next year, it will also be more focused on a larger area because we already see the need for that.
Have you seen an uptake in exhibitors compared to last year?
Well, the data is afterwards. But if you look at exhibitors, we have slightly more exhibitors. And we set it up more widely. As I said at the beginning, I think it's important that people are walking around in a relaxed way. They can stop in the hallway, talk to each other. You don't bump into each other. You have good conversations.
And how are you seeing the mix of European versus global exhibitors? How do you deal with that?
Europe is still front runner in the whole energy transition. And you see an increase in international visitors outside Europe. Predominantly from Asia. And some from Africa. But South Korea, Singapore, Colombia, we have trade missions here coming from those areas.
And just in terms of the industry as a whole, I mean, like I said, we're mentioning the energy mix. How have you seen that compared to last year, just as an organization?
How the energy mix is maybe different now. See, it's more accepted to also talk about molecules again. So this gives space and acceptance for more oil and gas, but also the sustainable solutions for that, being CCS. and decarbonization.
Okay. And what personally, excites you about the offshore energy market?
What I like about this market is that we all talk about energy transition.
Yep.
This market really drives it.
Yep.
You can do two things. You either talk about it or you do it.
Yeah.
And this industry really does it.
Yeah.
Makes it happen. And that's what I like, together with the mentality in the whole maritime and offshore energy industry, is making it happen.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
Good. I mean, just a couple of points. Last year we were sat there. I think, this time last year, I'm not sure if Trump had just been elected or was going to be elected.
Gonna be.
Gonna be. We know it's impacted the US, but has
Yeah.
it impacted Navingo? People from the US coming to your events,
Yeah.
and how has that been?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. And
Yep.
this is not a political answer, but it's more that it's rough times in the US now for offshore wind.
Yes, definitely.
Our partner, Oceanic,
Yes.
is really suffering from this.
Yep.
They are really having a hard time.
Yeah.
So that's the downside of it.
Yeah.
I don't give Trump a lot of credit for many items, but what you do see is that oil and gas is on the map again.
Yeah, definitely.
The way of doing is maybe up for discussion.
Yeah.
But I think people are recognizing more that this whole energy mix, you need oil and gas for the coming 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So I think he contributed to that.
It's like, we're just saying here, there's oil and gas companies, there's offshore wind companies, there's hydrogen companies.
Yeah.
You need an overall mix for...
That's true. And honestly, oil and gas is financing renewables.
Yep.
I mean, that's how it's worked. And you need to earn money
Yep.
in order to innovate.
I think we spoke about it last year. A lot of companies still look to the oil and gas and get ideas, use that as an example of how we can use certain aspects of oil and gas in the industry to offshore wind or different parts of
Yeah.
it.
I mean, oil and gas is an industry that has been there for ages.
Yep.
And really engineered it well in terms of the supply chain. And all the knowledge there
Yeah.
can also be applied to the other energy sources.
Yeah.
And what you see now is that they help each other out
Yeah.
on this.
I was actually at the IPF in Virginia Beach, back in April. I felt bad for them as an exhibition because there weren't people walking around the floors. The exhibitor, it was hard for the
I
exhibitors.
heard about it. My
Yeah.
colleagues were there. Yeah.
And having said that, I've done an interview with Bedrock,
Yeah.
the US company. So I have noticed maybe that has helped Europe in a way. So in terms of what's going on in America.
You could look at it like that. I'd rather look at it that the overall consensus should be also focus on renewables.
Yeah.
It's a totally different landscape in the US. Doesn't help, let's call it the global opinion on should we shift,
Yeah.
because the climate is global.
Yep.
And it's not applicable in the US, and it's only applicable in Europe.
Yeah, I know.
So I think on the global scale, we should contribute to that.
Yeah.
So what's happening in the US, I think it is not right for the whole opinion about renewables.
Yeah, we'll be here in a year's time, whether it's personal or from a company perspective. How do you see this year? Where do you think we'll be when we sit down next year and have this conversation?
Interesting question. I also asked it myself.
Yeah.
And we're already preparing for next year.
Yep.
One of the things that will definitely be on the map is on CCUS.
Okay.
I'm in talks now also with certain bodies to be very much present here.
Yeah.
On the content side and also on the commercial side.
Okay.
So again, a large content program on CCUS.
Yep.
But also companies being active or wanting to be active in this area. That's something that will be added to it.
Yep.
And for the rest,
A bigger show, more exhibitors.
Yeah, of course, you try to be as much relevant as you can be.
Yeah.
And what you see is that the content side is really taking up.
Yeah, good.